Have you ever had that feeling like you're searching for a place that just fits? A spot that has the best of both worlds. Modern, but with a little charm.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Well, that's kind of what we're looking at today.
Yeah, okay.
This deep dive is going to Berry Farms,
Okay, yeah.
which is over in Franklin, Tennessee.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, so Berry Farms is this really carefully designed community that's mixed use, and it's become really popular, especially for folks in the greater Nashville area.
Yeah, makes sense.
And, it's known for this really appealing combo of high-end living with a genuine local vibe.
Yeah, that can be hard to pull off.
It really can.
Yeah.
So we've pulled together, some community descriptions to give us a feel for what it's like to live there.
Okay.
And then we've got some real estate data from January to March 2025.
Wow, so right up to date.
Yeah, and what makes this data so interesting is that it comes with analysis by a guy named Marc.
Okay.
Now, Marc is interesting because he's not just a local realtor.
Yeah.
He's also a national real estate coach.
Oh, wow. So he's got a wider perspective then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our goal today is to figure out what makes Berry Farms tick.
Yeah, get into the nitty-gritty.
Right. And we want to understand, that community spirit that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
The local culture,
Mm-hmm.
what it's like to live there day to day,
Sure.
the amenities, and then look at how that real estate market is doing,
Okay, sounds good.
all through Marc's expert eyes.
Gotcha.
So one thing that really jumps out is how Berry Farms, brings people together.
Oh, so it's that strong community feel.
Exactly. And it's not just like, they say they have community events.
Right.
They actually put in a real effort.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we've got specific examples
Perfect.
from the beginning of 2025.
Oh, cool.
So what kind of things were they doing?
Well, they had these winter wellness walks in January.
Okay.
And it wasn't just about, getting people out and about.
Uh-huh.
They had local fitness experts
Oh, wow.
giving people tips along the way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they were promoting well-being and connection.
Right, even when it's cold out,
Exactly.
which I think is really important,
Yeah, for sure.
It can be tough to get motivated.
It can.
So what else did they have going on?
Well, in March, as it started to warm up,
Yeah.
they had the Berry Farms Farmers Market kickoff.
Oh, I love a good farmer's market.
Me too.
It's such a great way to
Yeah.
meet your neighbors. And
Yeah, and just be outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they had, fresh produce and stuff.
Obviously.
But they also had artisanal foods
Okay.
and live music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was a real hub.
Yeah, a place to connect.
Exactly.
And it was centered around local businesses.
Yeah, exactly. Supporting the community.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what else was happening in those first few months of the year?
Well, in March, they also had family movie nights.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and they held them outdoors
Oh, wow.
at the community pavilion.
Nice.
And families would come, with blankets under the stars.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
It does.
Yeah, so they're really putting in a conscious effort
They really are.
to build community.
Yeah, it sounds very intentional.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit
All right.
and talk about the culture there in Berry Farms.
Okay.
Because the sources describe it as, this blend of Franklin's Southern heritage
Okay.
with a more modern feel.
Yeah. How do they manage that?
Well, they've done a really good job of honoring that, traditional Southern charm,
Yeah.
like those friendly greetings
Mm.
and slower pace of life in some ways,
Yeah.
but also, having updated amenities and design.
Gotcha. So it's the best of both worlds.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you get those small town elements like, neighbors waving at each other,
Uh-huh.
shopkeepers knowing your name,
Yeah.
that sense of belonging.
I like that.
Yeah. And then layered on top of that is this modern sophistication.
Okay.
The architecture is like intentionally designed
Mm-hmm.
and the conveniences are definitely there. So you can have that close-knit feel
Yeah.
without giving up modern life.
Gotcha.
What are some of the businesses there that give it that unique culture?
Well, they mentioned a couple of good examples.
Okay.
There's Edley's BBQ.
Oh, yeah. BBQ is very Southern.
It's like a
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
gathering spot.
Mhm.
But then you've also got Tzatziki's,
Okay.
which is Mediterranean food.
Oh, nice.
So a little variety.
Yeah, that's good.
And then there's Soulshine Boutique,
Oh, okay.
which is all about unique finds.
So it's not like a big chain store.
Right. It's all local.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then they also mentioned fitness centers and yoga studios.
Okay, so that speaks to like a health-conscious community.
Yeah. People who like to be active.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I noticed they're getting a In-At Burger regional headquarters.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
And that definitely brings a modern, like, West Coast element
Yeah, it
to
does.
the area.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not just businesses. The arts are really important there, too.
Uh-huh.
They've got local musicians performing
Uh-huh.
and public art installations.
That's nice.
So they value creativity.
Yeah, and that connection through art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's that Southern foundation
Mm-hmm.
with modern touches,
Yeah.
all held together by the community events and those local businesses.
It's all connected.
It is.
Yeah.
So what's the overall vibe there?
It's described as welcoming,
Okay.
vibrant, and effortlessly luxurious.
Okay, so break that down for me.
Well, I think that welcoming feel comes from that community spirit we were talking about.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, all of the events they have,
Mm-hmm.
the local businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and the residents who are actively participating.
Right. It's all connected.
It is.
And what about that effortlessly luxurious feel?
Well, I think that comes from the way the neighborhood is kept up.
Okay.
You know, those tree-lined streets,
Yeah.
the landscaping, and
Mhm.
probably the quality of the homes and the amenities.
Yeah. It sounds like residents really take pride in their community.
They do.
Yeah. And you mentioned walkability before.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Well, you can pretty much walk everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can walk to the grocery store,
Oh, yeah.
restaurants, shops.
So you don't even need a car.
Not really for everyday things.
That's amazing.
It is.
And what about green spaces?
Yeah, they've got a lot of that.
Okay.
Parks,
Mm.
dog-friendly areas.
Oh, nice.
So you can get outside and enjoy nature.
So there's that balance
Yeah.
of activity and tranquility.
Exactly. You've got to have both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's talk about the amenities
sure.
because they really make everyday living easier.
Right.
So what's the deal there?
Well, the town center is like the main hub.
Okay, the heart of it all.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's really designed for pedestrians.
Makes sense with all that walkability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of options.
Like what?
Well, they mentioned like Biscuit Love,
Yeah.
which is a breakfast spot, and then like local boutiques for shopping.
Oh, nice. You can get everything you need right there.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is.
Okay, so beyond the town center,
Yeah.
what else is there?
Well, there's a bunch of parks,
Nope.
playgrounds for kids,
Mm-hmm.
walking trails,
Mm-hmm.
community pools,
Nice.
and that pavilion where they have the movie nights.
Yeah, that sounds really family friendly.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's really great is that they have essential services right there in the neighborhood.
Like what?
A Publix grocery store,
Okay.
fitness centers,
Mm-hmm.
even medical offices.
Oh, wow. So you barely have to leave.
Not really.
That's awesome.
It is.
And I imagine the HOA takes care of a lot of stuff too.
They do.
Okay.
Like exterior maintenance and landscaping.
Oh, that's so helpful.
It is.
Yeah, so you have more time to enjoy the community.
Exactly.
And all of this is close to downtown Franklin.
Yeah. It's just a short drive.
Okay.
And it has easy access to I-65.
So it's well connected.
Yeah. You can get to Nashville pretty easily.
Okay, so we've talked about the community, the culture, the vibe, the amenities.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's dive into the real estate market.
Okay. Let's do it.
Because we have all this data from January to March 2025.
Yeah.
And we have Marc's expert analysis.
Right.
So what does that market snapshot look like?
Well, the data really shows how desirable Berry Farms is.
Okay.
And there was strong demand across the board.
For different types of property.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's start with the active listings.
Okay.
What was available?
Well, when they pulled this data,
Well?
there was only one active listing.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Only one?
Yeah, it was a condo.
Okay.
About 4,490 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms,
Okay.
listed at $589,000,
Okay.
which is about $395 per square foot.
Okay.
And get this, it was only on the market for 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
That's insane.
It is.
Wow.
It shows how much interest there is.
Yeah, people are snatching up these properties.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did Marc think about that condo?
Well, he called it luxury meets low maintenance living.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And he said that the quick sale proves how much demand there is for that type of property.
Right, people want that high-end feel,
Yeah,
but without all the hassle of a big house.
exactly.
Okay, so now let's look at the homes that actually sold.
Okay.
How many were there?
There were 7.
Okay.
And they ranged in size from a 928 square foot loft
Okay.
to a 3,363 square foot single family home.
Wow, so a pretty wide range.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the average sales price was $745,143.
Okay.
And the average size was about 2,047 square feet.
Yeah.
And most of them had 3 bedrooms.
Gotcha. So good mix.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a sense of the price range.
Sure. So the lowest sale was a one-bedroom loft
Yeah.
that went for $401,000.
Okay.
And the highest sale was a four-bedroom, 3.5-bath house
Right.
with a basement.
Okay.
And that sold for $11,140,000.
Wow. So there's something for different budgets.
Yeah. But it is definitely a higher-priced area.
Yeah. Makes sense with all those amenities in that location.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about how fast that condo sold.
Yeah.
What about the other 7 homes?
Well, the average time on the market was just 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the median time was even shorter.
Oh, wow.
Just 3 days.
That's crazy.
It is.
So things are moving fast.
They are.
Okay, and how about from listing to contract?
17 days.
Okay, and then contract to close.
26 days.
Wow. So the whole process is really quick.
It is.
Yeah, that's a hot market.
Definitely.
Okay, so what about price per square foot?
Well, the average was $373,
Okay.
and the highest was $432.
Okay, so people are paying a premium
They are.
to be in Berry Farms
Yeah, they're willing to pay more per square foot.
because of the lifestyle.
Yeah, and the location.
Okay, so what was Mark's overall assessment?
Well, he said the data proves there's a lot of demand
Mhm.
and that Berry Farms offers a lot of value. He said homes are selling fast because they're modern,
Mhm.
they have access to great amenities,
Right.
and they're in a prime location.
Okay.
And he pointed out that the sales to list price ratio was almost perfect.
What does that mean?
It means that sellers are getting pretty much their asking price.
Oh, wow. So buyers are really competing?
Yeah, they're serious about getting into Berry Farms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so were there any standout sales?
Yeah, there were a couple.
Okay, tell me about them.
Well, one was a 4-bedroom townhome,
Okay.
about 2,288 square feet,
Mm.
and it sold for its full asking price of $845,000.
Okay.
But what was interesting about this one
Yeah.
is that it had an assumable mortgage.
Oh, wow. With a good interest rate.
Yeah, 5.375%.
That's really low.
It is, especially these days.
Yeah, that's a huge selling point.
It is.
Okay. What else?
Well, another interesting sale was a bigger home
Okay.
in the Ford section of Berry Farms.
Okay.
It was 3,134 square feet,
Wow.
4 bedrooms,
Mhm.
fenced backyard, and it closed at $1,126,000.
Okay.
And Mark said this one shows that people want more space,
Yeah.
but they still want that low maintenance lifestyle.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last one that stood out
Yeah.
was that loft that sold for $401,000.
Oh, yeah. That more affordable option.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it shows that there are different price points.
Yeah, so you don't have to be a millionaire to
Well,
live in
there. No, not at all.
Okay, so let's talk more about Mark.
Okay.
Because he's not just a local realtor.
Right.
He's a national real estate coach.
Yeah, he's got a unique perspective.
He does.
Yeah.
So how does that dual role benefit people in Berry Farms?
Well, his experience as a coach gives him this broader view
Okay.
of market trends,
Mhm.
strategies,
Okay.
best practices.
Gotcha.
He works with people all over the country.
Oh, wow.
So he knows what's going on beyond just Franklin.
That's amazing.
It is.
So he combines that local knowledge
Yeah,
with this national expertise.
Ex-
That's really powerful.
it is.
Yeah, and he said, and I quote,
Okay.
"I don't just sell homes.
Mm-hmm.
I help people build wealth through real estate.
That's great.
My coaching background gives my clients a distinct advantage."
That's a great quote.
Yeah, so he's not just about the transaction. He's about
Mhm.
the long game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
It is.
So what does he see as the key reasons why Berry Farms is so successful?
Well, he says it's more than just a place to live.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
Right, we've talked about that.
We have.
Yeah.
And he says the planning,
Mm-hmm.
the sense of community,
Yeah.
and the location near downtown Franklin are all major factors.
Okay.
And he also points out that the homes themselves are high quality.
Okay.
You know, with things like gourmet kitchens and covered porches.
Those are nice touches.
They are.
Yeah, and of course there's that walkable town center.
Mm-hmm. And the events.
Right, it all comes back to that lifestyle.
It does.
Yeah.
And he says for anyone thinking about moving to Berry Farms, he's a great resource.
Because of all that expertise.
Exactly. He knows the local market,
Mm-hmm.
and he has that national coaching perspective.
Yeah, that's a powerful combination.
It is.
Okay, so what does this all mean for our listener?
Well, Berry Farms offers a really unique lifestyle.
Okay.
It's got that small town charm,
Yeah.
but with all the modern conveniences.
Exactly.
And the community is really strong.
That's what we've been hearing.
Yeah, they have all those events
Hmm.
and that sense of connection.
Right.
The culture is a mix of Southern traditions and modern influences.
Right.
And the businesses there really add to that.
They do.
And the real estate market is hot.
Yeah.
The data shows strong demand,
Right.
and Marc's analysis confirms that.
Okay.
So it's a desirable place to live
Yeah.
and a potentially good investment.
And Mark's perspective is so valuable
It is.
because he has that local and national knowledge.
Exactly.
So it sounds like Berry Farms has a lot to offer.
It does.
It's at that community.
Yeah.
The lifestyle. Mm-hmm.
The amenities.
Yeah.
And a strong real estate market.
It makes you think.
Yeah.
When you're choosing a place to live, what are the most important things to you?
Right. What are your priorities?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if anything we've talked about today has piqued your interest,
Yeah?
maybe do some more research.
Okay.
Or even reach out to an expert like Mark
That's a good idea.
to learn more about Berry Farms.
Yeah, it sounds like a great place.
It does.